Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, or Aussie Comic Book Collector, if you want to call me that. I'm filming this in my storage unit today. What I do on this channel is I show off 4 books from random and I end on a key issue. However, this video I'm going to be showing off my weekly pickups. Now, before I start, I just want to ask, because my brother mentions this, should I have a stand, even though I'm on a tripod and it'd take a little bit to work out. Should I have the comics on a stand and I put them on the stand so I can talk? Or do you mind if I just like hold them up like that? Personally, I just hold them up. But let me know what you think. Okay, so I picked up this stuff last week. I've read a few of them and I've put them into order of which I want to read them. And then I've flipped it. So for this video, you'll see the stuff that I've bought that I'm really not that keen on to begin with, but it gets better and better. And the last one is, yeah, it's a real kicker. All right, okay, so the first book for this video is Weapon X-Men issue 3. Now, the first issue of this was like a kick in the guts, overly wordy. Nothing happened. It was trash, and I was just really disappointed because I saw the lineup for this and I thought, all these different versions of Wolverine, this could be really fun. This could be really exciting, and it was just like a bunch of talking heads, and I was a little bit cheesed off. And then the second issue hit, and okay, it got a little bit better. This where is he? Is he on the cover? There's a fat Wolverine with a really shitty haircut, and they kind of fleshed him out a little bit more. And I was like, okay, I kind of get where you're going with this, but he's not really the most intriguing character. Actually, I think he's in the back. No, actually, he's on the last page. I don't want to show you the last page, but yeah. What I think what this series lacks is a lack of a coherent villain. And it seems to be a case with Marvel at the moment. They don't want to show off their villains. They don't want anyone to be the bad guy. I think I get the feeling like Marvel writers are too afraid to write the villain as a villain because they might get backlash. But you need to have a good guy or a good girl, and you need to have a bad guy, and the bad guy needs to be bad for a bloody well reason. Like it perplexes me that you're trying to make everyone kind of on the same level. But anyway, I'm venting here. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to reading that, and I've got another issue to go. Now, another series which I was really eager for, and I was following the writer on Facebook, and he was really eager, and it's Cable. And it just feels like they've dropped the ball with this. This could have been great. This could have been harkening back to the mysterious Cable of the 90s. And you had Nate Gray, which isn't the Age of Apocalypse Nate Gray. I was a little bit like cheesed off about that, but Nate Gray's Nate Gray. Anyway, yeah, this could have been great. This could have been fun, but it just was kind of nothing. And yeah, again, fourth issue. There's one more issue to go, and then we're done. Now, this is the last issue of Basic Instinct, and it's been interesting. I've given it a fair go. To be honest, I have to say I'm glad that this is the last issue because it kind of went nowhere. I was really eager to see Catherine Tremble back in some form. Having seen the movie, the first movie, I haven't really seen the second movie, although I think I might have it on DVD, but never watched it. Yeah, I thought, okay, you could do something with this. You could really do something with this. But this is more along the lines of the detectives who are trying to solve a murder without Catherine. And she just kind of comes in and out throughout the series. So, yeah, I will eventually read this, but yeah, I'm not hoping for too much. Now, a series I have enjoyed, but it is down the bottom because it is the last issue. It's Zorro, Man of the Dead by Sean Murphy. And wow, just heaps of fun. Now, Massive, who produced this book, they knew what they were doing and they got the right guy on the book. Sean Murphy, chef's kiss, mate. You've done an excellent job with Zorro. Now, it's not the original Zorro. It's a descendant of Zorro. And I'll just leave it at that. The things Sean Murphy did with the new version of Zorro were they were fitting, they were fun. It was action packed, it was gritty, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So this is the last issue, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Now, this issue is this would have been like lower on the pile, but it's part of the Blood Hunt series, and I really want to get into that. So it's Vengeance of the Moon Knight, issue 5 by Jed MacKay, and for 5 issues, it's just meandered. It's just been a placeholder, just waiting for Blood Hunt to start. Um, I have a lot of Moon Knight. I have a lot of Moon Knight issues, so I'm kind of used to putting up with crap. But this is starting to stink. It's just a whole lot of nothing, and I want it to be something more. I want there to be an actual purpose to this series because like the artwork is okay. If it was not so bloody dark, it'd be even better. Um, and if there was just a purpose to the series, it would really pop. It would be a lot of fun. But yeah, Jed MacKay just kind of just brings out the issues, and that's just kind of it. So yeah, just a bit unfortunate. But again, it is a tie into the Blood Hunt, which I'm keen to read. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more books to go. Now, I have not read this. I don't even know what this is. And to be honest, I forgot that I ordered this. I think I saw the cover for it and I was intrigued. So it's RoboForce issue 1 by. Who does this, actually? Marcel Verse? Oni Press. Oni Press. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I think my local had this on their Facebook page. At the start of the month, they say, okay, these are the books that are coming out. I saw this, I went, oh, okay, that looks good, and yeah, I like it. I'm very keen to read this to see exactly what it's like, but I am keen to see this series, and I don't know if I've ordered this, but I really should get the Biker Mice from Mars, at least the first issue, to see if it's as fun as the cartoon series was, and as fun as the comic book series was. So there's that. Okay, now here we have the Free Comic Book Day 2024 edition for Marvel and for Marvel, from Marvel, but it's for Spider-Man and the Ultimate Universe. Now, I didn't get this on Free Comic Book Day. My local had it, and they handed it to me when I walked in. Actually, they gave me a whole bunch of Free Comic Book Day stuff, but there was a lot that I'd already picked up on the day. So I put that back aside and I said, no, I'll give that to someone else because I don't want to double up, and it's not really fair to double up. Even if I could sell it, like, you know, on eBay or whatever. But I hadn't read this, so I'm keen to see what this is about. I haven't read Spider-Man in a long while, so we will see if it's any good. Now, I have read, excuse me, I have read these issues. So this one I read last night. It's Deadpool Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine, issue 1. What can I say about this? Marvel are obviously trying to garner interest in the Deadpool 3 movie. I think the movie's going to do quite well. Yeah, they're bringing out material for Wolverine and for Deadpool, and this is just like a kind of like a tie-in to the movie. I read it. Maybe I read it too late in the night. I think I did. It was Friday night, and the soccer was on last night, and it went till about 10 o'clock. And by the time I got to read this, it was closer to 11, and my eyes are kind of like, oh. It looks really great. The artwork is great, but I was trying to follow it along, and I'm like, just get to the end, and then I was out. I really should read comics early in the day, not late in the day. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, I did read this one last night. I read this first before Deadpool Wolverine, and I thought this was great. It is Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives by Dan Waters and Ram V and Dave Stewart and Matthew Roberts. And holy crap, this was great. Now, about probably 2 months ago, there was the Universal Monsters Dracula by by James Tinian III, and that was also great. Such a great read, and I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't continue with that story. This is the same. I've ordered the first issue. I don't know if I'll continue to read it. I would like to, but finances being what they are, I just can't really jump into a mini series because I do read a lot. I do buy a lot of books, but yeah, this was definitely an interesting read. Um, yeah, it really piqued my interest. It grabbed it, it held on, and it was an interesting spin on the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, all right, I'll spin this around. All right, so here we have Blood Hunt issue 1. Now I've read this before I read the Vengeance of the Moon Knight issue 5. I don't really think it matters too much because Vengeance of the Moon Knight issue 5 just segues right into this series, almost page for page. This was fun. I've seen other channels. There's one on a YouTube channel in particular that derides this concept and just really kicks it where it doesn't need to be kicked. This was fun. This had a lot of interesting takes, especially with Blade, and yeah, with Doctor Strange and even Miles Morales. Yeah, it was just I just really really bloody enjoyed this. I knew I was going to enjoy this. So I've pre-ordered a lot of this stuff. So hopefully the payoff is a big payoff. But yeah, other online, other YouTube channels deriding it, being that it's a 60-issue series. But yeah, we will see. We will see. You know, because comic books are just meant to be fun. They're not meant to be dissected too much. Just read the bloody thing. Just enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, just get over it, man. It's just comic books. Okay, so there's that. And now I have the Blood Hunt issue 1 red band, and it's still in its steel bag. I don't know, guaranteed not to increase in value. I don't know. It's not the Thor cover with Thor's head being held up, because I've heard that can go for a bit of cash. But that's okay because I'm not in comic books to make money. Even though I do write and draw my own comic books. If I sold this down the track, you never know. It could just be like all the other polybags from the 90s, and sold for cheap. But I got it, and there we go. Now, the last issue that I wanted to show off. Now, I read this. This was on the top of my pile. I was so bloody excited when it was announced. It was an instant pre-order for me. It was like, let's fucking go with this. It is Get Fury issue 1. Whew. Okay, so Garth Ennis, Jason Burrows. I think this is the first time Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows have teamed up. It really works. Yeah, Jason, he knows how to show the violence. And again, I've heard online criticism for Nick Fury and for especially for Frank Castle, saying this harkens back to the 90s and we don't want to read stories like this and what is this disgusting stuff, and there's some really brutal scenes in this. There's some really dated dialogue because it's based in the 70s. But the dialogue rings true, especially for the situation these guys are in. There's no cultural sensitivities, so you have to kind of put yourself in that period. So it kind of works because if you, as a reader, can't put yourself in that situation, you can't really enjoy the story as a whole. And if you're just reading a book to be critical and to nitpick and to criticize, then you're kind of missing the point of reading it. I showed this to my wife, and she said, especially at the end, she said, "That's disgusting." Yeah, and look, it's brutal, it's violent, but I wanted to read it. I was hanging to read it, and I'm so glad I did. I've got the rest of the series to go with this. But please let me know in the comments down below, did you order that or did you give it a wide berth? Because If you wanted to read it, then that's cool. If you wanted to give it a wide berth, that's also cool, because the great thing about comics is that they're not for everyone. Um, yeah, the people who read like what's a book? The people who read like My Little Pony might not necessarily want to read Get Fury, and that is what makes this medium so cool. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I would really appreciate it. Got a really cool video I'm about to film. I can't wait to show it to you. Till then,